aren't necessarily following your passion. The unfair advantage suggests that to succeed in an unfair world, you need to play to your natural strengths. Find what you are better at than most people and lean into it. However, it's no longer enough to just possess high-value skills. Artificial intelligence is rapidly replacing many jobs. I'm using it more and more in my various businesses to complete simple tasks. That's why the ideas shared in Mastery are more important than ever. My main takeaway was that you need to develop a unique stack of skills that is nearly impossible to replicate. Steal Like an Artist echoes this point when it suggests a copy from multiple inspirations until you have a mix that is truly original. Having this unique skill stack will give you the ability to earn a high income. However, that still won't mean you can build wealth without understanding the basics of personal finance. When I was younger, I had a mentor named Dave who taught me about how the rich managed their money. The biggest lesson I learned, which is also shared in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is that everything we buy is either an asset or a liability. To figure out which one it is, we simply have to ask ourselves, is it putting money in our pocket or taking it away? Of course, if you want to be wealthy, the aim should be to buy as many assets as possible, but lots of people don't see the value of investing. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have millions now or a penny that doubles every day for days? The correct answer is the penny because it actually turns into over 10 million. The compound effect uses this analogy to demonstrate the power of investing and gaining compound interest. Once most people get their head around this, they get very excited, but end up jumping into the markets without really understanding anything. That's what happened in the pandemic. Everyone thought they knew what they were doing, but it was just a massive bubble waiting to burst. That's why I've always followed the principles laid out in the Little Book of Common Sense Investing. It states that trying to beat the market is a losing game. Instead, you should own the entire market. You can do this by investing in something like the S&P or a broad market index fund. Interestingly, over a period of decades, only a tiny percentage of mutual funds could beat the market by even a small margin. This means that index funds are a clear choice for the average investor. Although, as I do find them pretty boring, I also like to invest in more interesting stocks with a smaller part of my money. Whenever I do this, I keep in mind that the market is irrational. As the intelligent investor puts it, you should imagine a person coming to your door every day called Mr. Market. One day he may offer you thousands for your stock and the next only hundreds. Even though the company may be doing better than ever, this is because the price of the stock is based on demand and not the actual real-world value. I only buy stocks if I'm prepared to ignore what Mr. Market says for a long time. Another phrase I live by is, if you love the store, chances are you'll love the stock, which is shared in One Up on Wall Street. This means if you've got a lot of experience of a company or product, you